Within just a 5-minute stretch of a game, players are more focused and exhausted than in any 1 hour of practice. Herein lies the shortcut to greatness. The greatest become the greatest by not differentiating between practices and games. Players should put as much effort into a simple drill as they put into the last minute of a championship game. Take the most amazingly talented team of 12 players in the country right now. If they replace the worst player on their roster with you, and you would be inspired to work harder than you are now because of the opportunity, then the fact you aren't working that hard now is one of the reasons you can't make that team in the first place. There's working to improve, and then there's working to showcase your prowess. Both are eventually needed for the top tier athlete. Loud as you possibly can. Yo, man. Hey, how you guys doing today? Let's get started right away. We have practice tonight. It's Thursday. I always forget what day of the week it is because I'm not in school anymore. Seriously, it's so hard. Because, like life for a guy who runs a basketball program, all the days are basically the same. All right, we get up, we ball out, and we just go, right? And for you guys, it's a good life, I got to tell you. All right, to put myself into a sport, I used to actually undervalue that. I used to be like, you know what? Basketball is not everything. It's a small thing, and I need to focus on school and all things like that. And I really did a good job of that. And I was like, got to focus on friends, got to focus on family, got to focus on blah blah blah, right? And I put basketball so far down. But what I realized is and what a lot of people are realizing since the pandemic, is that the things that matter in life are your passions. All right? If you can foster your passions, you can really do some amazing things for not only yourself and your own mental state, but for the world as well. Like if everyone went toward their passions and built the world up that way, the world would be all positive and beautiful, basically. All right, unless your passion is murdering people, then nah. But yeah, all the intellectual stuff that I loved growing up, it was fantastic, but I don't really use it in my life. And I think that school is more to teach you how to learn. And for me, basketball has done just the same. All right? And I'm not belittling intellectuality or anything like that, or anything else, but they're all basically the same, and it's what you make of it. All right? So basketball was my school. School was my school as well. All right? Everything that you do in life, you learn from. So don't don't think that basketball is everything. It's not life. But also, don't think that basketball is less than anything else either. All right, it's just as high as everything else. So, yeah. So this has been my life. Your life might be whatever your most passionate thing is in your life. I go with that. Love that stuff, and basically foster as much as you can. And right now, whether you think that basketball is gonna be a part of your life forever, or maybe it's definitely not, or you're somewhere in between. All right. Practice excellence more than anything else. Because for right now, you're in my program. Right now, you have a chance to be great at something. I'm giving you a chance. So take that chance and just practice greatness. You may not know what the end result's going to be, like what your X factors will be, what your most passionate thing will be, but I'm sure that you know for a fact that you want to be your best at it. So let's practice being our best right now so that one day down the line it equates. All right. What's up, Gavin Witt? If you're here, check it in the comment section. Would love to hear from you guys. All right. Let's start off with, this. We got our basketballs in. Finally. How do I open this thing? There we go. Just falls out. So shiny and new. Has our names on it. Well, we got 50 All-Stars right there. And Sanders Nodge. No, turn it around. All right, John Sanders. All right, nice. So that one's my name. They all say my name on them. So you guys don't forget who made you great, okay? Every basketball will have my name on it and 50 All-Stars. I was going to put your names on it, but I was like, nah, baby, nah. We ain't going down that route. All right? It's my program. No, I'm joking. They all have your name on them. If you were a part of our program before November and you said that you wanted to be a part of the elite team, not everyone will be receiving the basketballs, but next year you will get your basketball. So you have something to look forward to. All right? Don't lose the basketballs. These things get jacked. I've had many people like very, very, like, oddly compliment the basketballs. And they're like, these are some nice balls. Or like the referee the other day was like, yeah, this is probably like the best ball on the market. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Now give me my ball back, dog. All right? Because, like, they do get stolen, for reals. Even though they have your name emblazoned on them, and it has our logo, people still jack them. I don't know what they do with them afterwards. Maybe they just like go out of their way and change their names. I don't know. It happens. So if you've been to more than 5 workouts, you get your basketball. Make sure that you don't lose them. You will get bags in March and things like that to put them in. But yep, that's about it. All right, Connor Rush, what's up? Noah Massive, what up, yo? All right, let's get to our movie of the day. All right, so that I don't forget that. Movie time! And movie time, we have, I honestly, because the basketballs came in, I didn't really read this one, but I do know something about it. It's called Chariots of Fire. And the one thing, or the 2 things that I know about it, maybe 3 things that I know about it, is one, it's like it's a runner's movie, obviously. All right. 2, there's this song in the movie, and it's like the most hype song ever. I can't play it because they're probably gonna copyright this. But it's like dun 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 dun. They like play for like muscle bound like movies and stuff like that. They play for like running movies. Anytime that someone is like gonna like just die in the movie, they like play it as they're coming back from it or whatever, right? If I were to read the beginning of the plot, basically it's based on a true story of 2 British athletes in 1924 Olympics. Eric Liddell, a devout Scottish Christian who runs for the glory of God, and Harold Abrahams, an English Jew who runs to overcome prejudice. All right, Ben Cross and Ian Star, blah, blah, blah. And let me see. He becomes the first person to ever compete the Trinity Great Court Run, running around the college country yard in the time it takes for the clock to strike 12. So I think it's a thing about perseverance and prejudice, basically. All right. Would I get the ball? Anyone that was a part of our program before November gets the ball. So there's people that get stuff and people that don't. But next year, hopefully everyone listens to me. Actually, people did listen to me. All right. So I got three things on that one. I'll say it in a second. But yes, Chariots of Fire is a enormously popular movie, and I have not seen it. Maybe I will take this opportunity to see it, but it is the third grade movie speaking about on the third day of the month. All right, so one, you know what? I'll give you four things. All right, the first thing is you guys did listen to me back in November. I made a whole video about it, and I said join the elite team. I know it costs more. I know you've never done it, never seen it, don't understand it. It's travel basketball, and you're like, I'm not a travel basketball player. And are like your parents are like, my kid sucks. My kid's not an NBA player. If he were an NBA player, I'd let him travel, but he's not. And then they were like, okay, we trust you. And we got everyone in our whole program except for 2 people to sign up, mostly because of the practices. I told them Tuesdays and Thursdays would be open. They told me we're not going to travel. I was like, oh, maybe we'll find some real basketball players that will travel, right? All right, so we got everyone signed up. That was the first one. So you trusted me, then you followed through, and now you guys like it. Now no one has doubted that. They're like, yeah, that was a good decision, right? Next one, you have to trust me on going on these trips. Now some of you guys can't afford it, and I get that, but for those of you guys that can afford it, it's not about how good you are compared to everyone in the country. It's about how good that you want to be. So if you can't afford it, you need to be going on these trips, because it's. I mean, like we're like I guess one of our players, Zach, he's in a paradox right now. His parents say he doesn't want it bad enough, so we're not allowing him to go on the trip. It's kind of the opposite with this. Sadly, I wish it weren't. When you go on these trips, you're going to see so many basketball players, you're going to have so much fun that you will want it bad enough. You're going to realize what you lack. You're going to see the best 7th graders in the country, and you're going to want to get better. They want it before, which I would love it before too, but it doesn't work that way. You get so inspired on these trips. So again, trust me. Next, you have to trust me. When you be going on these trips, we have to stay together. Okay, I've been doing this for 8 years. In the first 3 years, no one flew out at the same time. No one stayed together. Everyone stayed in their own hotels. After years, they were like, "That was so expensive," and I'm like, "I know, stay with us." And after years, they were like, "My kid didn't have any fun." Wait, but those kids had fun. Wait, can my kids stay with your kids so we can have fun? I'm like, I know, that's what I said in the beginning. So you got to trust me. And again, if your parents want to get the flights, okay, get them. If your parents want to figure out where we eat, okay, do it. But then let's all do it together, and so we can have some fun. So this trip is already starting off bad because Connor Rush is getting a different plane flight. Dude, just tell me what plane flight. Everyone kept asking me, so I just picked one. You should have been like, I want this one, and I could have made it that one. All right? But anyways, so we already screwed that up. Have some fun anyways, even though you'll be bored in the airport for like 2 hours like this, as opposed to having fun in the airport with all your friends. And then when we arrive, we won't see each other the whole first night. We'll see each other at the game rather than like hang out that first night. So it's a big difference. All right, so believe me on that. And then the last one is believe me in the whole work really hard at basketball thing, go for it all, and try to make D1 in the pros. And do every single thing in the book. I honestly thought that I could trick Noah Masseth into doing the 5-week challenge. I thought I had him. I knew I couldn't get Gavin. I knew Gavin would never do it. But I thought I could trick Noah Masseth into doing it. I thought Noah would be like, let me get 7 people to do it with me. Let me run my mile a day. Let me see if I can survive for at least the first week. I thought I had Noah, but Noah won. Noah's not going to do it. Man, I thought I had him. I thought I was going to wait, opposite, huh? I guess if Noah did it, he would be the winner. But whatever. So this isn't so Noah got what he wanted and not doing it. And congratulations, Noah, on winning nothing. Congratulations, buddy. All right. But so yeah, I totally thought that I could trick Noah. I knew I couldn't trick Gavin, but those are the 2 6th graders that were asked to do the hardest challenge in the world by the book. I'm just going by the book. Again, the book will only ask you to do that one time. You'll never get asked to do it again. You only had one chance, and now you're supposed to be on day 4, I believe, and you're just not. So maybe when you're an adult, you'll be like, oh, maybe I can do it now. Maybe I'm strong enough. and I want it bad enough now when I'm 28 years old and I have no chance. All right, so that's just me again, proud of you guys. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you can't, you can't, and it is what it is. But just know that you just put yourself from right here to right there. You had your chance. Maybe our fifth graders, we had Taylor. Maybe next year she will do it. All right, moving on. Let's check our quote of the day. Quote of the day is always create more than you destroy. So right there, I tried, I trust you, but you're not doing it, Noah. All right, right there is me just trying to destroy two kids. I try to destroy Noah by reprimanding him, and try to destroy Gavin by just going whatever, you can't do it. All right, but then you also have to create. All right, you also have to build people up as well. All right, and Noah is our leader right now in terms of attendance. So that's fantastic. Gavin is doing a lot better than anyone would ever think that he would. All right, coming to all the morning stuff too, that's crazy, right? And in your life, whether you're talking about yourself, your teammates, or just things around you, always create more than you destroy. I'll get it done. I guess you will. I guess. All right. But always create more than you destroy. All right. So when you're trying to build people up, especially yourself, and you're trying to just help this world out, remember, always create more than you destroy. I like that quote a lot. That's our Friday quote of the day. If you come tomorrow, that's the quote of the day. Don't forget it. All right. Starting out with our workout stuff for Friday, we got numbered scissor shots, pick and roll slip, 2-ball dribbles, under the chair dribbles, curl jumper series, 1-on-1 high post flash. All right. For the 1-on-1 high post flash, okay, we'll get to all this stuff next Monday because this is the elementary school workout. So we only do the middle school workouts for right now until we get all our high schoolers joining us. Don't lie, no, exactly. All right. But my favorite one of these, the high post flash is good. Curl jumpers is nice. That's the one that I would work out with a lot for my jumper, just coming off the curl. Under the chair dribbles is huge, I believe. And 2-ball dribbles is very, very fun. Pick and roll slip is tough. Number scissor shots is tough. So I would say the 2-ball dribbles are under the chair dribbles because ball handling with 2 balls, it takes your mind out of the situation. So you have to just get used to it. It has to become a habit. For the under the chair dribbles, that gets the ball low. And I would say on this list, that's my most important one that I'm naming. The under the chair dribbles. Getting strong enough with this part of your hand to dribble the ball. All right. And if you can do that properly, then you can be strong enough to dribble the ball low. All right. People think that it's a weakness. If you are, I don't know, people think that if I was like, yo, dribble the ball strongly, right? You would take it and you would pound it down, right? Nah. If you're really, really strong, the hardest thing to do, because any little kid can dribble the ball high. If you can dribble the ball low, that means that you have strength in your quads. That means that your back is properly aligned, so you have strength in your form. And then you have strength in your forearms and your fingertips to be able to constantly just not go like this, but to go like this. All right? And to have that kind of strength, that's where strong people dribble. So the higher that you dribble, the weaker that you are. All right? So when you do these under the chair dribbles, make sure that you get low. Make sure that you pound the ball down with the right hand 15 times and then with the left hand 15 times. You want to switch without the ball stopping. All right? That's the goal right there, is to dribble the ball under the chair, reach down low enough, and handle this drill. All right? So those were all those drills. Moving on, let's check our homework. Let's see. There is a 9th grade one that is the only time it will get done. It's too hard. Unless now you are motivated, Noah. Exactly, man. So here's the homework. Again, with the ball spins, the push-ups. Nice job with that stuff. All right, this is the push-up month. So if you aren't doing your push-ups, you aren't doing the homework. Now, the homework is a simpler version of all the challenges. So the homework is just like the main stuff. That stuff's available to everybody. But if you are one of the few people doing our daily challenges, again, if you're a first grader out there, you're on day 4 of the 2-minute 2-ball dribbling challenge. Second graders, you're doing the Chastain Challenge. Third graders, you're doing day 5 of the Weekly Improvement Challenge. Fourth graders, you're doing the homework assignment, which is just the push-ups. Fifth graders, you're doing the day 5 of our 4-weekly improvement challenge. Sixth graders, we know the sixth graders aren't doing it, but I'll say it anyways. I'll pretend like they are. Sixth graders out there, you're doing day 5 of week 1 of the 5 perfect weeks. This is the easiest week. It gets harder in 2 days. So I know you guys have ran a mile a day for the first 5 days. Congratulations with that, man. A mile a day. Great job with that, guys. You've been doing amazing. Noah, Gavin, you guys did it. You guys are 5 days in. Amazing job. I saw your miles. You guys posted it online. What was your time? Was that about 6 minutes? All right, see if you can get faster in that one. All right, that's a great job. Plus your 5 minutes of jump rope. Yo, that was a pretty cool jump rope that you did. You guys almost have Gosra like perfect because you've been doing so much jump ropes. Fantastic job. 15 to 5 divine drill and 30 seconds each for the 8-ball the 8-ball handling drills. Fantastic job, you guys. Don't forget in 2 days, tell all your people that you're going to move it up a notch as well. So starting next Sunday, you have to move to 2 miles a day plus some extra stuff. By the 5th week, you will gradually approach 5 miles a day, and you'll be finished with the hardest thing in the entire planet. All right. So good luck, good luck, good luck. I'm on track. We'll get more than 3,000 push-ups this month. We'll see. Connor Rush. What is Connor Rush's? 7th graders are doing the 10-month Chastain Challenge. 8th graders are doing the Pio Brasovanier Challenge. 9th graders, man, you have another easy one? Wow. You're just on day 4 of the homework assignment. Do either 10, 25, or 50 push-ups. You can do it. And you're supposed to watch Coach Carter this month. All right. So we're going to see if he can finish that. 10th graders do the shot shop. 11th graders, the weekly improvement challenge, and then 12th graders doing the assigned homework. All right, you guys. That's about it. So make sure that you guys have a chance to do that. Carson Houseman, what's up, homie? All right, am on track. We'll get more than, okay, got it. All right, moving on. Check the homework. Let's check the picture of the day. Picture of the day. What would you do with James Harden? Man, he doesn't want to be there. I think because he doesn't like the city. And he's had to put up with, like, all the Kyrie stuff. And he's probably just so disappointed because to him, like, basketball is everything, right? I think Harden is definitely that guy. With Kyrie, other things matter more than basketball for Kyrie, for better or worse. Like, he didn't play in the bubble because he thought that it was, like, bad for the optics of, like, what was going on at the time for Black Lives Matter, which is actually pretty commendable. But some people think that basketball is more than that, which is kind of crazy, right? But then now he won't get the vaccine shot because, he thinks that his health is more important than basketball, which it is, but some people don't. All right? Basketball is life, people. They don't understand people like that. I think that they're diametrically opposed when it comes down to that. And I think that James Harden, if they said you will die if you play, I think he might still play. He's a baller like that. He's crazy. So you can't really knock people for their beliefs, but he probably does need to be separated. And where he goes is no one's guess, but he's also definitely not at the peak of his powers. At least I don't believe so. So we're going to see what happens to James Harden, but I'm not really sure. In like 3 weeks is 5 perfect weeks for me, though. We'll see if that's true or not. All right, moving on. We got our middle school stuff. This stuff, the stuff that we will be doing. All right, on tomorrow's, during tomorrow's workouts. All right, you have the hold your follow through or push-ups, shooting drill. That's where we shoot the ball. You got to hold your follow through up high with your toes up high until the ball hits the rim, the backboard, or the ground. All right, and if you don't do that, you have to give yourself one push-up. That's it. So you have to pay attention to yourself. Now, if you don't do the one push-up and you shoot another shot, a coach will make you do a sprint. The second person that messes up is 2 sprints, then 3, then 4, then 5, then etc. So just take care of your own. 1 minute shots, 8 of 14 are run. This is us shooting really, really quick shots from the elbow. And you got to make 8 of 14 in 1 minute. All right. If you don't make 8 shots, you got to run 1 sprint for each of those non-makes. If you don't shoot 14, you got to run 2 for each of the shots, not shot. So you have to shoot. Shooting counts more than making, so you have to shoot as fast as you possibly can. Diagonal pro hops, that's coming off of a fast break and going from one side of the court pro hop all the way to the other side, and then finishing in a diagonal cookie cutter fashion. All right. James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo rejoice and squash their beef and win a championship. Oh, they've already dogged too much. They've already dogged each other way too much to get past that. I don't know if they could be teammates. Maybe they could though. Direct Euro step that's coming forward, dribble the ball with the opposite foot, then fake, and then score around the person. Because once you take that first dribble and pick the ball up, the person isn't allowed. The person isn't allowed to move. So you can dribble and then step around them if you do it. Pick and roll, drive the shots, just us coming off the pick and roll. We're going to make sure that we do all of our steps. Speaking of which, we have our pick and roll clinic on Saturday. Make sure you guys sign up for that. We're going to come off, and if they do no show and there is help, we stop and pop for a shot. Last one is hurdle reverse layups, dribbling the ball with the same foot down and then going over 2 hurdles for a reverse layup. When you go over these hurdles, you have the ball in both hands. When you drive in real life, in real games, you pretend like you're going over hurdles so that you can get some distance with 2 hands on the ball, so you can so you can look for passes, you can look for scores, a floater, you can score on either side of the basket. You can do so much more by holding the ball early with your head up. All right. To finish up, we got let's go with the high school stuff. Story, trivia. Let's talk about the trivia stuff real quick. Let's go. Trivia question. Finn Kaufman just texted me, said he could not make it because he ran out of juice in his phone. I recommended him to get an iPhone. I told him, man. I told him. But yes, here's the trivia question today. I was going to ask a hard one, but I'll save that one for Finn. All right. Here's the easy one for you guys. Matt, which NBA player had this nickname? That's the question, and the nickname is Mr. Big Shot. Which NBA player had the nickname Mr. Big Shot? All right. Here's a clue for you. I know him. I know this guy. All right. That's my only clue. Mr. Big Shot. Who is that person? First person to put in the comment section wins. Go into commercial break real quick. And yes, that is the answer. The answer is Chauncey Billups. Yes, Billups. Chauncey Billups is nicknamed Mr. Big Shot because he made some huge shots in his career. I think he had that nickname a little bit beforehand, too. So, obviously, he's a very, very talented person, one of the best players of all time in Colorado, right in front of me. Okay, just like a hair in front of John Sanders. Not really. All right, way ahead of me. All right, let's finish up by looking at the high school stuff, and then we'll go to the story of the day. High school stuff, we got overhead board passes, the stuff that we did last time. Make sure that you're working on it, especially if you sucked at it. The Kobe post move, double bounce series, ball jump versus face cut, on ball defense, and then drive low, high, drive left, right, pass high, low. All right. As for the story of the day, watch it. We all know that 1 + 1 = 2. And that practice makes perfect. But we also know that practicing 1 + 1 all day won't ready us for an algebra test. If you're not making mistakes, you're not going hard enough. Don't just practice all the time. Practice well all the time. 1 + 1 will only get you so far. So yes, I've said that many a times. All right, 1 + 1 will only get you so far. All right, they've proven it, like scientifically. Like they take you have ever seen like Wordle? All right, where they give you like, I don't know how the game's played, but it looks like this. But imagine it's like 5 letters or like whatever, and then imagine the word saying GR blank PE. All right, now that's either grope or grape, but either way, if I gave you a list like that and I made it obvious, let's say, like one word was library, the other word was house or whatever, and I gave you a list, and I said to memorize this list of 10 words. And all of them were just complete words. And then I gave someone else the list. I said, memorize these 10 words, the same words, but then I took a letter out. Not a letter that was important. So instead of saying library, it said library without the R. So you can easily tell that it's library. All right. When the person tries to memorize the list without the missing letters, they don't do as well at recalling it than the person who had the missing letters. Because right when you start to mess up, like where you like kind of like pause on it for half a second, your mind focuses more on it. Whereas if it was too easy, your mind just kind of like blew it off. So for you guys, what that means is this. You have to go now. See you later, Connor Rush. So what that means is the harder that it is, the more that your mind focuses on it. And the more that it actually changes you. The easier that it is, your mind doesn't really care about it. It's just how the mind works. It's not maybe even how you work. It's how the mind works. The more attention that the mind pays to something, it means like basically if it's easy, the mind doesn't care. If it's hard, the mind focuses on it. The stuff that you focus on, your body will start to integrate into your life. So if you play easy teams, if you practice easily, if you practice easy things, those things won't last. But if you practice incredibly difficult things, play against hard teams, that's when you'll start to get better and the improvements will be seen forever. The only problem with that is that we tend to not like hard things. When we get faced with something difficult, the average person hates it. The average person feels as though they are uncomfortable. But there are some non-average people, some extraordinary people, call them, who love feeling uncomfortable. They love the hard things. And for those people, they're just lucky. All right? So you probably are not those people. But what I recommend is that you pretend that you are. So if anyone ever gives you something easy, be like, no, it's not good enough. I want it harder. If I give you one move, you do that move plus 2 others. All right? If I give you a book that is the most impossible book in the entire world, trust me, I could imagine me being 50 years from now, looking back at all my years of coaching, trying to shove this book down people's throats. I could imagine a world in which not one person does it. Not one person is able to do this for a whole solid year. Not one. I could imagine that. All right? But if you could, and if you could pretend to like love it, all the hard work, you will be amazing. All right. Don't forget that the quote of the day, guys, is always create more than you destroy. I will see you guys in a second. If you're going to practice, I'm headed over there right now, and I'm bringing your basketballs. All right. All right. I'll see y'all later. Please, please, please do the homework, do the challenges, and cue my music. Thanks a lot. All right. Peace, everybody.